things like that. So that's great.
It was
I'm glad
awesome.
It
yeah.
looked like a great time, packed house. So good to have that in
Yes.
Winston-Salem.
Wake Forest does a good job with those. I'm sure throughout their season, too.
All right.
It goes through next year. We'll be able to highlight some more guests.
Cool. Yep. Looking forward to it. But for now, let's jump into our first interview of this morning on the Local Vibe, celebrating his 8th season on Discovery Channel's hit series, Moonshiners. Comedian Killer Bees is touring the nation. You can buy tickets to his clean comedy show, Brewing, at High Point Theater next Friday, September 20th at 7:30 p.m.
And we say hello now to Killer Bees himself joining us live. Thank you for being here.
Hey, thank you. Good morning. It's been a great day here in Mobile, Alabama. We got up early and cleaned up storm debris
Oh,
from
goodness.
Hurricane Francine.
That's right.
Now, it mostly hit Louisiana and Mississippi, but we're 10 miles from the Mississippi line, so all the debris blew this way, so my yard is full of spit cups.
Oh,
no.
And the HOA in our neighborhood will not let us have a yard with spit cups or chickens.
No.
So we've been out fighting that battle this morning. But anyway, all is good, and thank you so much for having me on, guys.
Well, we're glad
Of
you're
course.
safe and you're able to spend some time with us.
Yeah, first, we'd like to hear a little bit about Moonshiners, the show. If you could tell us a little bit about what it's
Yes.
about, and then how'd you get into making moonshine?
Right, I got to tell you, it is so much fun being on that show. And let me preface any of these stories with, I have a very blessed life and career. I changed my life a number of years back in a partnership with God in my career, man, and we are on fire. Now, moonshiners, holy moly, there is so much chemistry and physics involved in the, and I quote, distillation of non-taxed artisan spirits at a non-disclosed location.
There you
So
go.
the gist of this show is on Discovery Channel, so it's actually international TV, it's worldwide. But the gist of the show, y'all, is the Discovery Channel follows teams of moonshiners in the woods cooking up batches of illegal moonshine and selling it while hiding from the police on camera. So it's like, what could go wrong? And it is just, here's what I learned, by the way. Hillbilly, the word hillbilly means geniuses in overalls with spit cups. That's what that means. But man, these people, these mountain people, these distillers are just the smartest people in the world, man. They get such a bad rap just because of accent or the way they dress, man. But these people are so freaking brilliant that it amazes me. And it is so much fun being on the show, and you hear the sound of my voice, right? Y'all, my demographics love that show. So it's been a good boon to my career. So it is so much fun, and we're in the process of filming, I think, season 14 now. So we're already underway with filming, and we've got some really cool surprises coming up.
Well, it's
Wow.
awesome that you will be in our area soon for a comedy show. So we want to talk about what it's been like doing family comedy shows and what you like about it.
Well, I tell you what, I'm in my 43rd year, guys, of doing stand-up comedy. It has been my life's work. And like so many other comics, I was a comic. I blue, dirty material, if you will. When you first start out, you really have no good material or delivery, so you try to get that shock factor just to get reaction. But as you mature and get stronger in your skill set, you find out that you don't have to be offensive. You know what? I think being able to be a stand-up and being able to be funny is a gift. Mm-hmm. And I feel like the people that you hear say, if you're not offending somebody, you're not doing it right. Well, I think that is absolutely wrong. I think if we've been given the gift of levity and the ability to wordsmith and to give people laughter and joy, I think we should have a stewardship over that where we respect it. No one ever complains that a show was not dirty enough if it's funny enough. And so that's the whole thing, man. It's about, trying to put integrity in there. And I tell you what, if you're a dirty act, you cut the potential for half your ticket sales.
There you go.
People can bring
true.
they can bring family to my show. So that's what we love about it right now. And it's very successful, and it's a joy to make people laugh and smile.
I completely agree, Killer Bees. I think that's a great way of looking at it. I'm sure you're a man of many talents between being on a TV show and then a comedian on stage. Obviously, you're a funny guy. What are some of the similarities and differences to you between being on TV and then that other side of being a comedian on stage?
Well, and that's a good question, because it's a whole total different thing when you're speaking or performing in front of a static camera with no audience. I've got 43 years of audience, and so I have tuned myself, I guess, to play on that response and to judge it and to multitask and see where I need to go different, or if I need to stay on that same track, if you will. So it's two totally different art forms, but in my very blessed case, it helps me because it puts butts in the seats. And the fun thing is, I'm a Southern guy, I'm a down home guy, so I have the type act and attitude that the fans of that show and the fans of country music and all that, I'm those kind of people. So it's really neat to me to go out there and to be funny for them. And I've been funny since I was a little baby. I grew up in a funeral home. In Kosciuszko, Mississippi, my first memories as a toddler was making sad people that came and went from where I lived laugh and smile. In retrospect, they were at funerals, they needed a distraction, but as a little toddler, I had the run of the place, and I remember learning that I could do silly things, and the crying people would stop crying and come and smile and talk to me. And so I swear to you, I think that fueled my compulsion my whole life to make people laugh and smile. So it's really, isn't that neat, the way that worked out? So every day I'm amazed and thankful.
Well, thank you so much for sharing that with us, Killer Bees. What an amazing career you've had. Thank you so much for speaking with us today, for your time, and we wish you the best of luck with your show and hope you have a great rest of your day. You can still get tickets to his show in High Point next Friday. They start at $25. To buy them and view his tour schedule, head to killerbees.com.